Trump the sequel, America's comeback story. Trump's triumphant return and the Republican congressional surge. Now, some stories are worth a second chapter. Imagine this: a nation on the brink of a new era, driven by an indomitable spirit of its people. Against all odds, we're witnessing the greatest comeback in American political history. Donald Trump has returned to the highest office in the land, proving that America's greatest comeback is happening right before our eyes. That's right, folks. Trump won. The story of perseverance, strength, and dedication to American values. This is the legacy that will shape our constitutional republic for years to come. Welcome to Trump the sequel, where history doesn't just repeat, it reignites. Let's get into this remarkable moment in America's history here on hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. Welcome back to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. I'm your host, Peter Boykin, a constitutionalist for liberty. I'm super happy, super stoked that Donald Trump won. He is president. Voters in 8 states, Iowa, Ohio, Idaho. Who's Ida? Iowa. Oh, fuck me. Welcome back to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. I'm your host, the constitutionalist for liberty, and I'm super stoked that Donald Trump won the election. And this wouldn't have been done without people like me and you. Voters in 8 states, Idaho, Iowa, Kentucky, Missouri, here in North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Wisconsin, not to mention Pennsylvania. They've made a clear choice, approving ballot measures. What am I doing? Welcome back to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. I'm super stoked that Donald Trump won. And we're going to get back on track. And he wouldn't have been able to do it without voters like you and myself and people pitching in to try to make America great. Speaking about votes, voters in 8 states, Idaho, Iowa, Kentucky, Missouri, here in North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Wisconsin have made a clear choice, approving ballot measures to require citizenship for voting. This decision reflects the ongoing emphasis on securing the integrity of our electoral processes. And today we bring you the biggest stories reshaping America's political landscape, starting with Donald Trump's victorious return to the White House and Republican wins in Congress. This is our victory tour, folks. This is reality. And for some people in America, it's a nightmare. But for us, it's a wonderful dream. And they'll get along. They'll understand that this is not a nightmare. This is the best thing that could happen in their lives. We'll be right back. Trump completes the greatest comeback of all time. And a historic and remarkable turnaround. Donald Trump has clinched his second term in the White House, successfully defeating Kamala Harris to become the 47th president of the United States. He never went anywhere. Seemed like he was a de facto 46th president of the United States, because honestly, if we would have listened to his judgment over the real 46th president of the United States, we would have been in much better shape. Effectively, the Democrats, by rejecting Donald Trump and being so mean and cheating in the last election, caused this to happen. Instead of 8 years of Donald Trump, we get 12 years and beyond. And the world has realized how shitty it can be without Donald Trump or somebody like that at the helm. And hopefully people will remember that. This election marks a monumental victory and a great moment in American political history. Donald Trump's win signals not just a comeback for one man, but for a movement and the values of a constitutional republic. Let's talk about the path to victory. Trump's journey to victory unfolded with decisive wins in key battleground states. He broke the blue wall, turned it into the red wall, which included North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. The late night calls in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin cemented his return, with the Electoral College tipping in his favor. There's no going back. Although Arizona, Nevada, and Michigan are still counting ballots, actually, Michigan has now declared Donald Trump won. It was tight. Trump won. Trump held to a solid lead, setting him on track to secure over 300 electoral votes. A sweep across 7 pivotal swing states. Let's talk about the popular vote. Trump also leads in the popular vote with over 71 million plus votes compared to Kamala Harris's 66 million, making him the first Republican since 2004 to win the popular vote. This widespread support reflects a strengthened coalition, with Trump appealing to a diverse, motivated voter base. And did you catch Donald Trump's victory speech? He was speaking to a sea of supporters at his West Palm Beach resort, with Barron Trump with the best seat because he's so tall. He can see across everything. The president-elect's words echoed his commitment to every American, stating, quote, "To every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and for future. With every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve." His commitment to the golden age of... Fuck off. Don't call me in the middle of my goddamn fucking podcast, bitch. Fuck. Now I gotta go fucking back. Fuck me. Let's talk about Trump's victory speech. I mean, Barron Trump was there. He was taller and everybody had the best seat. I mean, in comparison to when Donald Trump accepted, he's like, sorry, had some business, a little late. And, you know, little Barron's like tired. He's little Barron. And within like, I don't know, 8 years later, boom. Guys, this tall, taller than Trump, taller than Melania. But it's all about Trump right now. Speaking to a sea of supporters at his West Palm Beach resort, the president-elect's words echoed his commitment. Oh, I love saying that, president-elect. His commitment to every American, stating, to every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. With every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that children deserve and that you deserve. His commitment to the golden age of America speaks to a new chapter for this country, one that he promises will restore the greatness and prosperity Americans desire and capturing Trump's vision for America's future. Now, what about Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris's campaign reaction. At what was intended to be a victory celebration, reminds me of Hillary's, Kamala Harris's campaign manager informed the audience to head home. Harris herself did not address her supporters, marking a quiet conclusion to her campaign. Go home. Nothing to see here. Go home. No balloon drop. Nothing. So the roadblocks to resilience. Since 2021, Trump's opponents have mounted a series of unprecedented efforts to keep him from returning to the White House. From impeachment attempts to ballot challenges, despite these roadblocks, Trump focused on engaging men, young voters, people like myself, building a multicultural coalition. Exit polls show a 10-point increase among men for Trump, with Hispanic men shifting significantly from Biden's camp in 2020. And that moves on to the endorsements and the expanding support. The real endorsements, not the actors and the actresses, not the P. Diddy list, not the Epstein client list, but real people that matter. Trump built a coalition. The support of prominent figures like Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Joe Rogan, and many others, all recent Democrats, was pivotal in expanding Trump's base, showing the resonance of his policies across traditional party lines. And in Trump's own words, this victory signals the beginning of a golden age of America, one that he promises will make America great again. And we have much meaning with that, so much more meaning with that now. And he'll solidify a bright future for this nation. So, folks, it looks like Republicans have taken the Senate and they're leading in the House. With Trump set to return to office, Republicans have made significant strides in Congress, gaining control of the Senate and poised to hold a narrow majority in the House. This shift in power solidifies a Republican-led legislative branch ready to support Trump's agenda. Talking about Senate majority, Republicans have regained control of the Senate by flipping key seats in West Virginia and Ohio, giving them a 51-seat majority. Through 6 seats remain uncalled, the existing majority grants Trump essential backing for confirming administration appointments and appointing conservative lower court justices or judges. This change provides a crucial firewall against Democrat-led initiatives and aligns with the vision of a government for the people. Let's talk about the House majority. While a handful of races are still undecided, Republicans are on track for a razor-thin House majority of 218 to 217. Even a slim control of the House will be instrumental in advancing Trump's policies and pushing forward the changes that resonate with a significant portion of Americans. And going on with the significance of the Supreme Court, with 3 Supreme Court justices in their 70s, including conservative icons Clarence Thomas and Sam Alito, along with liberal Sonia Sotomayor, the Republican majority of the Senate could be a decisive factor in any future appointments. Should any of these justices step down, Trump would have to clear a path to solidify a conservative-leaning court. Now, we'll remind you folks, Donald Trump picks Scalia-like justices. So you can say conservative, but they're actually constitutional-leaning courts, which potentially shapes America's judicial landscape for generations. This congressional backing is more than just a victory. It's a renewal of constitutional principles, with Trump and a Republican Congress paving the way for policies that reflect the values of all people in our constitutional republic. We'll be right back with our hashtag GoRight recap. Trump won, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our hashtag GoRight recap remix. If you haven't done so already, please share this podcast. Let other people know about this podcast. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Rumble. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us everywhere you see this. Let other people know, because we need to grow, especially now that Trump's back. We got to keep the message going. We got to put the pedal to the metal. We got to keep it going toward the next election season and the next and the next and the next and the next. And we got to keep going right. Tonight's monologue recap the greatest political comeback as Donald Trump returns to the White House with strong support for diverse American voters, securing the presidency with a decisive popular vote lead and support across key swing states, marking a turning point of our constitutional republic. Alongside Trump's win, we're witnessing a Republican resurgence in Congress, securing the Senate with gains in West Virginia and Ohio and a narrow majority in the House, ready to safeguard our constitutional liberties and advance America's prosperity. With Republicans now controlling the Senate and a projected House majority, Trump's path is advancing his agenda is clearer than ever. And it's a great agenda, the MAGA agenda. Look it up. Together, Trump and Congress are poised to revigorate the constitutional values that make our nation strong. And we're going to continue this victory run. Thank you for tuning in to hashtag GoRight. So visit GoRightNews.com for more in-depth coverage of these historic events. Listen to the GoRight music that I put out. I probably got like 4 of them for the night for the same song. Just so they're popping. They're popping. Victory. Watch hashtag GoRight with Peter Boykin on Spreaker, Spotify, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, X, Twitter, and everywhere you can get your news. Stay tuned, because we're going to try to figure something out for inauguration. I don't know, party, try to hop on. If anybody out there's got a suggestion, let me know. And we definitely want to try to have a rally for America, a march for Trump again in June. So stay tuned as we try to plan that as well. I need to go ahead and put in the permits and everything, figure out the nice dates and everywhere. So if you'd like to support, donations are accepted at Cash App at $ Peter Boykin, the number 1. And more details are available at GoRightNews.com and PeterBoykin.com. Keep going right, and let's make America great again. God bless everybody. Peace.